Here I am, moving all my stuff. God has a plan for everything. Hi, my name is Jean. Welcome to my channel, Living This So-Called Life. And today we're going to talk about my current status on our living situation. So we've been wanting to buy a home for quite some time, ever since last year, but had some setbacks because my husband lost his job due to getting injured at work. Filed for workers' comp, got a lawyer. Then they let him go. That's what I meant. They let him go like after the fact, and then so it dragged on. Blah blah blah. We struggled. But we were set. Like we paid off all our credit cards and whatever debt and collections we had, and the only thing we had were our 2 car payments. So fast forward, finally got the settlement this year. In the beginning of this year, paid off our cars, but we ended up falling behind again because my husband got lost. They let him go from his job. They did give him temporary disability, and they cut it off because their doctor kept saying, "Oh, he's fine, whatever." Then he went to unemployment, and now he's been working at his new job for like 5 months. He works with silver and gold, whatever, and he just got promotion, and we're catching up on our bills. And I was telling my husband, let's wait in a year, next year, because I wasn't sure. And I just I just started renting a salon suite back in March. So I went on a new venture with my career, my hair career. And I just remember a couple weeks ago, because I was only breaking even, and rent was $300 a week. So just imagine, I'm only breaking even. I'm paying $300 a week on my rent, and I kind of felt like, is it gonna get better, or should I just leave? Whatever. But I talked to my husband, and he was like, let's just write it out until we get a house. Then you have to leave there if you can't establish yourself. So I remember a couple of weeks ago, I felt this Holy Spirit saying, move. You have to move. And I was like, what? Move where? Like, I didn't understand. I just, move. You have to move. So I was thinking, okay, probably it's time for us to move out of our apartment, because we're getting sick of our apartment. The kids are getting bigger. They need their own space. And then my husband was like, let's just go. Let's just see what we could get approved for. I felt like we weren't ready yet, because I really want to pay down our credit cards a little bit more and start saving some money. But my husband was like, no, let's just see where we stand. What's there to lose? So I was like, okay, fine. And so we applied online through a local lender and got pre-approved. And I was like kind of surprised. And so last week, like a week after I got that message from the Holy Spirit, my husband sent me a screenshot of the lease, the renewal of our lease, and they're gonna raise it another $300. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, what's the point of paying all this money toward something that is not even all that great? Might as well just put that toward a mortgage. And so I was like, okay, Lord, is that what you mean? Is that we have to move our apartment? And I remember also talking to my mom, and she thinks move out of my suite. And I was like, no, I don't think so, because my landlord did downsize. She had 2 locations. She closed down the other location, and she was going to move the renter that she did have there and her staff to the location that I'm at, or that I was at. And so I was thinking like, oh, cool, that's just gonna build our, help me out. And so my landlord from the salon suite texted me on this past Sunday and said, everybody pretty much bailed out on me. I can't sustain the space. It's gonna cost me about 100K a year if I were to sustain the space, and I have to raise your rent if you want to stay. And it's like, no, it's okay. So I was like, okay, Lord, you want me to move out of both locations? Okay. So right now, waiting for the lender to underwrite the pre-approval, and um, I went to a salon literally down the street from where I was renting, and I played there before, but I felt like I wasn't ready because you pretty much have to put a lot of work into um, building your clientele. But now, like, I kind of got my feet wet, and I'm like over it, and I'm pretty much confident in what I do. So I went back there and I explained to him about my situation, and so I'm gonna get. He was like, let's do a trial run, see how you like it, if you're a good fit here and stuff like that. So next Thursday I'm gonna go there and get my, you know, feet wet and see how that goes with that salon. But something's telling me that I need to open my own salon. I need to open my own salon because I already had some experience knowing how not to treat your employees, especially on the strip. Like, not every management was bad. I'm just like, I end up noticing certain things that I felt as their employee where it was lacking. And I was like, yeah, I'm definitely not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Definitely gonna do that. Definitely gonna do that. So I was like, now I kind of understand how to keep an employee, how to keep your staff happy from all my experiences, because there are times where I felt really stressed out. They're always calling me on my phone because, like, once you show that you're reliable, they go always rely on you. Even when you're on your day off, they will like hound you down to come in and kind of give you a guilt trip if you don't. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. I moved, like, me and my husband go finish moving out my salon suite. Like, we already got a storage unit, and we're slowly transferring stuff from the apartment to the storage unit as well. I'm just praying to the Lord that things will, have a smooth transition. And I got a lot of confirmations because there's certain people that I watch on YouTube when I want to listen to the word, or need some word encouragement and stuff like that. And they said all the same thing. They kept saying the Bible verse is seek and you shall find, ask and you shall receive. And then the other one was the Philippians 4:19. So God was like reminding me, like, hey, don't worry, I got you. Just keep asking, keep seeking, keep knocking, and you will get it. You gotta seek the kingdom of God first, and everything else will be added unto you. So that's what I'm doing. And the other verse is, your thoughts are not my thoughts, your ways are not my ways. So I was like, okay, I get it, Lord. Okay, sorry. So because before then I'd be like reminding myself, like, God has a reason for everything. There's always a purpose behind it. So when something negative happens, or something very challenging, or something very drastic happens, I always fall on that, and like, God has a purpose for it. Like, we may not understand why at the time, but when it goes to a full circle, you're like, okay, that makes sense. Because sometimes it's to help us in the future. Like with my husband, he's been through so much stuff, and the Lord put in my spirit, put in my heart, that the reason why he went through so many things in his life is because he needs to have a big testimony. How can you influence people if you don't have a testimony? And so, you know, that kind of blew me away. And but yeah. Yeah. sorry, I'm like new to this, and the Lord was putting on my heart to start sharing, start talking. You know, um, I'm not perfect. You know, I have my struggles. You know, like how Moses and Elijah and Joseph, like everybody has some type of struggle. You know, on their journey in their relationship with God. So I have my ups and downs. I'm only human. You know, but stay tuned. Thanks for listening, and I'll definitely give you an update with the salon and the lender, because the lender did say there's a possibility that we could get more than what we got proof for once the underwrite, or get what I'm saying, gets, when the loan gets fully underwritten. So, and the prices are dropping here in Vegas, slowly. So hopefully by the time um, we're in a position to move out, um, it will be, the prices will be more reasonable. But yeah, so stay tuned. Next week, Wednesdays I'm gonna try. I know today's Thursday, but Wednesdays I'm gonna try to be consistent. Wednesdays I'm gonna post something, you know, whether it's word encouragement, update, whatever. Just put comments down and below what else you need to hear or you want to hear. um, like and subscribe, to follow me on my journey, and thank you so much for listening. Okay, bye.